K to the E to the K. Nah, nah, nah. K.
Boss, if you see every time I want to do. Tell me, in the time when you gotta go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. We're going to do a simple look. We're going to start off with our e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. Going to prime both lids with that. I already applied my lotion and my eyebrows. And we pat on the primer. Don't rub it in. We're supposed to be patting it in, and I know sometimes I rub, but the correct way is to pat. As next thing we're going to do is use some of this NYX Skintone base, and I'm going to apply that all the way up to my eyebrows.
She wants wider. See my gypsy girl, something to myself. She wants wider. Keep me money on my place. She looking at my eye order. She wants wider. Keep me moving so quick. You never.
For our brow bone, we're going to be using this shade right here from MAC, and I'm going to annotate what color it is here in the video right there. For our transition area, I'm going to pick a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, also from MAC. This is my MAC palette, so all of these shades are from MAC. I'm going to annotate what color that is in the video. Alright, the next shade I'm going to dip into is also from MAC, right there, that deep brown there. I want to say it's Handwritten, but I could be dead wrong. So I'm going to just leave that alone and annotate it too. So I'm going a little bit above that natural wrinkle I have here in my lid. That would be my crease, but I'm going to go a little bit above it and just carve out a crease that I don't have. Okay, I'm going to take my Too Faced glitter glue, and I like to use this when I'm using glitter, but I also like to use it when I'm using pigments as well. I'm going to be using the MAC Blue Brown pigment. Is that blue brown? Yes, blue brown pigment. So I'm going to lay down a little bit of this glitter glue. It's going to make that pigment stick. And with this, I do one eye at a time because it will dry. Okay, I'm going to use a little tiny brush from e.l.f. This is their little concealer brush. And that helps me get right up to the edge of that glitter glue without going over the edge and messing up the rest of the lid.
See her coming.
She wants to see Wanda.
She on me,
Yeah.
Now so me say.
She wants to see Wanda, one get high grade. From a distance, baby, I'm going insane. Red Cross, baby, come to my aid. Shorty said he busted my brain.
So we're going to go ahead and repeat that on the other lid. You see how nice and neat it is. We're going to repeat it on the other lid, but before we do that, let's kind of cut that crease a little bit. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. I'm just going to take a little e.l.f. liner pencil and just cut it a little bit.
Like a migraine, your gain, my gain, your loss, my pain. Slow down, the way you go down. You know now me they run the whole town. King of the city cause I wear that gold crown. So give it up.
And you see that? That's basically just saying I'm drawing a little line around it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got a little busy on this side. I decided that blue-brown pigment didn't pop enough, so I wanted to add something on the sides that would make it pop. So I decided to add Deep Truth by MAC. That's that blue right there. It's a beautiful blue. So I'm going to walk you through what I did on this side. After I applied the blue-brown pigment, I went around it with my e.l.f. pencil like I showed you guys before.
For bad man, better than Batman. I didn't impress these dogs and kill these cats, man. Rats, man, these other guys are rats, man. When I get on stage, all they do is clap, man. So make you join me in my Bugatti. Join me.
And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not taking that black pencil all the way to the inner corner, just right about there. And stopping. Okay. And I'm also going to go back around that with black eyeliner, the gel liner, to make the crease very defined. Okay, on the outer corner I used a little bit of the black, and I could use if you have a very good black eyeshadow to go there, you can use that. And I still use my Carbon black eyeshadow from MAC. I'll show it to you. It isn't the best black, be honest with you, but I always like to have a black and a neutral palette, so I went on ahead and bought the MAC black. And just blend that towards the eye. Going back over the little line there. And I decided that that didn't define it enough. So then I went into Deep Truth, which is that vibrant pretty blue. And I added that to the beginning, inner corner of the eye. And I went right to the center with it and stopped, because I don't want to cover up my blue-brown pigment. Just want to make it pop a little more. Okay, I'm going to take my Rimmel London gel liner very carefully. You could even find the smallest little liner pencil you have and just kind of trace that black. I'm trying to wipe off as much as I can and lightly go around.
In my Bugatti, only you in my Bugatti, only you in my Bugatti.
See my gypsy girl, something to myself. She wants water. He be money in my place, she looking at my eye order.
Okay, and I did have a little mess up there, so I'm gonna find a clean brush and a little concealer and go over it. And if you need to go back over that blue-brown pigment again, you can. You could just take your finger. I take it right off the cap on the top. And the blue-brown pigment is a beautiful pigment. I don't know, I think I just like to see it bounce off of dark skin tones a little bit better. It's like you see packing it on really makes it stand out more. Putting that black around it, putting that blue around it, anything to enhance it makes it look a little bit better to me. Okay, and we can go back into our orangey brown transition color. And I'm also going to add a winged liner using the same black.
She be moving so quick, you never see her coming.
She wants to wonder.
She on me head, that's what me say.
She's like the baddest girl me I ever seen. Something like a queen. She your number one lover, hot and cold. You be begging her, please, no. If you tell me on, I'll take you on, then I'll put you on, girl, girl. Feel me now, the thing that you want, thing I got it on, girl, girl.
Guys, what I'm doing right here is using my concealer to carve out a double wing. The wing that actually is on my lid, and then the wing that was created by the cut crease. So I just take a little bit of concealer and split it in half. Alright guys, now I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara and a lash on that side. Now that we have done our eyes, we have that double wing going. I know a lot of you are going to say, what in the world? But I just wanted to have some fun today, guys. That's all. Just a little holiday fun. Alright, we're going to move on to our face. I'm going to apply my Becca Cosmetics primer. And this is one of the best primers that I have found for oily skin. So I definitely applied in my T-zone. I pat it around my nose where all those pores are. And we're going to allow this to sit on the skin for a few seconds before we put anything on top of it, okay? Now, if you allow that primer to sit on your face for a few seconds, you'll see it starts getting matte in those spots. You'll see kind of almost like a white cast over the face. That's what it's supposed to do. So let it sit there just for a little while, dry onto the skin, and then go from there. All right, today I'm going to be trying out the Iman foundation. And it looks like this. This is the Luxury Concealing Foundation. So I'm going to apply it without doing any color correcting, excuse me. You see I have those dark spots, kind of dark at the bottom of my face, dark right here around the mouth. I'm not going to apply any concealer, any orange correctors or anything. I'm just going to use the foundation. It is a pump. So I'm really liking that. You know, it's hands-free. You don't have to put it on the back of your hand if you don't want to. You kind of pump it right out into your brush or to your beauty blender. I still put it on my hand. This shade is, let me not lie to you, this is Earth 2. So this is a little too light for me. I always use Earth 4 in Iman, but I was able to get a sample in Earth 3. And Earth 3 seems to work out very well. So when I was out in the sun a whole lot, Earth 4 was it for me, but Earth 3 is working out very well. So we're going to go ahead and use Earth 3. And that primer has now set. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques blending sponge here and work it on this side. As you can see, the foundation is a pretty good match for me. Actually, I used this foundation the other day. If you guys saw some photos that I placed on Instagram about December 2nd or 3rd, I was using the Iman foundation there. And the video just didn't come out right. It was corrupted and I had to just start all over. So I already know my feelings on this foundation, but I'm doing the video again for you guys. Alright, so far I've still got a little bit of blending to do, but you can see where it is a very good covering foundation. If I wanted to add a little bit more and build up the coverage, I could. You don't want to go crazy with it, but it is a very soft, nice feeling foundation. It does feel breathable. It doesn't feel like you have too much on your skin. And you're getting a damp beauty blender for this. And I've learned that we're not hitting our face crazily with the beauty blender. You're not pow, pow, pow. You're very lightly tapping. Because the more pressure you put on a beauty blender, you're sucking up the product into the sponge. So we just want to lightly tap the foundation into place. You don't want to use up too much foundation at a time. You should be saving foundation with a beauty blender. Alright guys, so this is the Iman foundation, the Luxury Concealing Foundation. That's what it's called, Luxury Concealing Foundation from Iman. It is a beautiful finish. And as you can see, those dark spots almost completely covered. And that was one complete coat of that foundation. I didn't go back over. But that tells you it is full coverage and you could build that up. Not that you would want to, but you definitely could build that up. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the feel of it. It doesn't have a crazy smell or anything like that. It comes in a pump. I'll leave the price and everything here in the video. But I think they did a beautiful job on this foundation. I have been wearing it for a few days now, so I'm not totally new to it or anything like that, but I did want to redo that video because things just did not come together as planned. But you can see it's a beautiful coverage foundation. Very, very nice. And this is drugstore. You can purchase online as well, but it is drugstore. Okay, I'm gonna go into another highlight just lightly underneath my eyes. We're going to see how highlighters blend into the foundation, because that's another thing. Sometimes highlighters don't blend well into certain foundations. So I'm using the Pure Cosmetics Cameo stick. You guys know I really like this one. And if this doesn't blend into a foundation, I have to really think about things, because I love the this concealer stick. Okay, so I'm getting another damp beauty blender, and I'm just tapping. Not crazy, because we're going under our eyes, and we try to be very, very soft with the skin under our eyes because it's very thin. Okay, it is blending in. It is blending in quite well to that foundation, and I am using a damp beauty blender. I'm going to put a little bit of powder under my eyes. I have a mix of the Ben Nye Neutral Setting Powder and the Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup Powder, and I put them together in this little container. Now, don't ask me why. It's just something I decided to do. No big reason. I still love my Sasha, and I always like the Ben Nye Neutral. So if you would like to try it out, they do sell the like sample size Ben Nye powders on their website. I'll try to find a link below, or Amazon link. But you can try out the sample size ones. So everywhere where I highlight it, kind of messed that up on my nose, didn't I? And if you do it back here, you're going to definitely have to blend it out well if you're using a very light powder like I am. Alright guys, I'm going to open up a new compact. This is the Iman Luxury Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Earth Medium. Alright, that's what the packaging looks like. When you open it up, it has that indentation of the word Iman in there, and that's what Earth Medium looks like. I'm just going to take a little powder brush and use it to knock off this white powder. And this is going to act as my all over face powder. And I can tell you right now, it's a very soft powder. Very, very soft. Now this particular powder, this is my first time using the powder. I just opened up the package. That's what it came in right there. Very, very soft. It has a mirror. It also has a little sponge there. Lightweight powder. I can feel that it's very lightweight. Almost feels like a mineralized powder. Alright guys, I'm really liking that powder. I really, really like it. It's very soft. Very, very soft. And I wanted to show you guys something else. I think I might have showed this at the beginning of the video. I don't know, because I'm kind of Snapchatting and talking to you guys at the same time. But I've also used Iman's Earth 4 foundation, and this is their second to none cream to powder foundation, and it looks like that. And I really like that as well. But I want to try it with the powder now. I want to see what it's going to feel like, because when I'm using this, I do get a little oilier faster, but I want to try it with the powder. And the compacts look the same. You have the mirror and everything. You have the front that says Iman, so make sure you're buying the powder or the, you know, foundation. Make sure you're reading the packaging, because they do look similar. Very, very, very similar. Even the back. Okay. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to do is do a tiny, tiny bit of contouring or sculpting the face. I'm using the Black Radiance contour palette. Here it is right here. This is the color I'm going to be using. And that says the contour shade, but it's the True Complexion Contour Palette. I've been loving this lately. So I'm dipping into that last shade, and I'm coming back here at the back of the cheek, and we're blending upwards. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're not going below that line, we're blending upwards. And I'm going to hit around my forehead area, not too much, but a little bit around there. And help that double chin to disappear just a little bit. It's not going to go away overnight, but we could do something to hide it for a minute. And we're going to do the sides of our nose a little. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm using some of the Makeup Forever pencils, just playing around with that bottom lash line. I added number 32, which is like a green shade here. I added number M10, that's like a black, and I put that in my waterline. And this one is one of the Estee Edit pencils. They're very good. It's a double-sided pencil with a light blue and a dark blue on the side. And I'm just going to put that. They're very, very soft. I'm barely touching my face with it, and it is so soft. I'm going to add a little bit of mascara there at the bottom lash line.
Me falling, fall from my sky, panties are dropping, throwing the towel. She's a professional. I think I'm lost.
And make those bottom lashes pop, 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 pop. Okay, I can take some of my face powder and just go around the eye area. Be careful of the mascara because you just put that there. It's not completely dry yet. I'm going to put on a corally blush. I like it. It's one of the Milani blushes. It's called Coral Cove. And I'm just applying it back here. Alright, so since our eyes are just crazy, we're going to go with something simple for the lips. On my lips, I'm using Pitch from ColourPop. This is a lip pencil. A deep brown. We're blending that in. And on top of that, we're using Iman's lip gloss. This one is in the shade Muse.
In love like we came strong together. She got a strong desire. Up to the morning after. Now she's moving on.
And that is what Muse looks like with Pitch. I absolutely love this combination. Gorgeous. Alright, I'm going to spray my face with a little Fix Plus. Alright guys, and I'm also going to use a little bit of Urban Decay's All Nighter Makeup Spray. Love the mist on that one. Feels good and it sprays out so evenly. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. And this is your completed look. Loving some Iman foundation. Absolutely gorgeous. And loving that lip gloss in Muse. And the powder is very luxurious as well. So that foundation, do not sleep on it. If you see it, pick it up. That was Earth 3. I could stand to use Earth 4 as well. Earth 3 and Earth 4 would be my colors for that. So if you're close to my skin tone, maybe NW50 and MAC, excuse me, I said math. My mind is already on Monday morning, Lord. Y'all help me. But anyway, you could try it out. Beautiful. All right, and that is it. Cyber kisses. Let me know what you think down below. See you in the next video. Bye.
You never see her coming. She wants to wander. She had me A1. Now so me say. She wants to wander. See my gypsy girl. She's something to myself. She wants to wander. She be mad in my place. She looking at my eye order. She wants to wander. She be moving so quick. You never see her coming. She wants to see wander. She had me A1. Now so me say. She wants to wonder. Bad man. Na na na.
KK.
Young buds, baby. I see